Coach Greeny, Cougar Volleyball back in Bowler Gym. Another set of back-to-back matches, but both these teams play at Washington before we get them. How does that work for you in preparing for these two teams?
Yeah, I think anytime that, you maybe play a team second, it's a possible advantage, and we do play Cal our first match in their second, so that's good for us. It's the same kind of thing, I guess, with Stanford, except we are the ones playing back-to-back. They have a few days of rest, so it's probably a disadvantage then for us. So it is tough. Sometimes the schedule doesn't work out, evenly, and, that's kind of a disadvantage, I think, of, having TV and having to make those changes. But, we do love being on TV as well, so, sometimes you just have to take it and go with it.
We're coming off a couple of disappointing losses at Utah and Colorado, both ranked teams. We get one unranked team in Cal, but a very top-ranked team in Stanford this weekend. What is your team working on to turn things around for this week?
Yeah, first of all, it's great to be back in practice. We played 4 matches in 7 days. It's really tough to get back into a rhythm and work on things instead of just trying to, not only rest, but prepare a little bit for your opponent. So it's really nice to be back and have a full week of practice, which I don't think we've had since preseason, before we even started playing. So that's a great thing to be back and work on some things. Just I think our main thing is probably our offense. Connection between our setters and our hitters, the tempo, I think, has really slowed down throughout the season. So we're just trying to get back on track with our offense.
One of these matches will be on the Pac-12 network, and the other one will not. Therefore, no challenge review in one of these. How do you prepare when there is or isn't a challenge review, when you are working on timeouts and how much information you can give to your team?
Yeah, I don't think you really prepare any differently. I think we're actually hoping that we never have to use a challenge, because that means that, the refs and lines people are doing their job extremely well. Human error always happens. But, I don't think we prepare any differently, as far as the challenge system goes. So it's fun to have sometimes if we win the point. It's also not so great if we lose it. So, again, there are advantages and disadvantages of that.
Can you think of anything that you would like to tweak with the challenge review system that maybe you would suggest?
Yeah, I think it's tough to have, one of the officials that has possibly made a call to have to go review themselves. I always think that's tough. I mean, I know it's a economic issue to, have to hire somebody, but it would be really nice to have someone that is their only job. They're kind of an impartial person to that, and they get really, really good at reviewing the video. I think it's hard because it's somewhat new, and a lot of officials don't get to see it every single day. If it was just one person and that was their specific job, and they could just train for those things that they can watch on video, I think that would be a good thing.
Some of our fans have expressed concern about the length of time it takes for the review.
I know, you could go out to the popcorn stand. I wish they would bring me back something.
They're worried, though, that it just takes all the momentum out of a team that's doing well on the floor.
Yeah. That's part of it. I mean, and that's kind of the same thing I mentioned with, that it's something new, so it takes a little bit longer. I know they want to make the right call. But yeah, it does, take a bit of time sometimes. But I guess it's maybe a good thing if we're trying to slow momentum and we don't have, timeouts or subs or something like that. But then, of course, if we are on a roll, it slows our momentum as well.
So this weekend, Cal, Friday night, 7 o'clock in Bowler. Stanford, Saturday night, 7 o'clock in Bowler. We need some fans to show up.
We do. I'm not so sure that people realize what our RPI is. I mean, we're at 42 right now this week, which is incredible. We just need a couple wins here going down the stretch to make the tournament, and people need to understand how important of a role that they play when they fill the stands and give us that home court advantage. So really hope to see people out 7 o'clock Friday night and same thing Saturday night, but we need the fans out.